Want to pull a fun prank on someone who loves The Office? I'm going to show you exactly how to make the stapler in Jello prank, and it's really quite simple. Hello, I am Katie from thecraftyblogStalker.com, and if you're new to my channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I've got all the supplies that we're going to be using laid out on my table here, and don't worry, I will have a complete supply list with links either in the description of this video or in the blog post. Before we make our Jello, we need to prep our glass bowl, and this is a 2.5 quart glass mixing bowl, and we are going to suspend our stapler with some strands of dental floss. I've got 2 long strands, and I'm going to start just by taping them to the side of the bowl. Okay, there's one strand. There's our other side. And then we're going to put in our stapler, and I want the stapler just open a little bit. We're gonna put that on top of the string. Now, the reason we're using the floss to suspend the stapler is because if I were just to leave the stapler in the bowl, anywhere that this stapler is touching the bowl, there really wouldn't be that much cushion of Jello. And we really want the stapler to be suspended in the Jello. I'm gonna grab some more tape and suspend my stapler just by pulling on that dental floss and then taping it down. And I can still adjust even once it's taped. I can just lightly pull on the string. Okay, I think that looks good. And now we can work on making our Jello. So one of the big boxes, the 8.5 cup servings, makes about 1 quart. And since we're using a 2.5 quart bowl, I'm going to be using 2 boxes of Jello. And I'm just going to follow the directions on the back of the box to make the Jello. We've added our 4 cups of boiling water, and we're gonna stir that until that Jello mix is completely dissolved. And now we're gonna bring in our cold water, and I'm doing 4 cups of cold water. I'm gonna stir that good. And our Jello mixture is all ready. And now comes the fun part of just pouring the Jello into this bowl. So we're gonna try not to make a mess. Now a little part of our stapler here is poking out. So I'm just gonna try and readjust that. Maybe wait for it to fill with liquid there so it sinks. I have this magnet, and I'm just gonna, there's a little metal part right there. I'm gonna add it to the metal part to see if it'll help weigh it down a little bit. And that looks like it did the trick. All right, that looks really good. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the fridge, and the box says 4 hours, but since we doubled the recipe, it might take longer. So I'll keep you posted, and I will come back when this has set. And here is our Jello. I ended up leaving it overnight because it wasn't quite ready after 4 hours. Now we are going to remove the string. So I'm just gonna take some scissors, and I'm just gonna cut that off. And from one side, I'm gonna grab the string, and I'm just gonna pull that string out. Nice and slow, but it doesn't even leave like a track in the Jello. So you can't even tell that that floss was there. Isn't that so cool? Next, we need to release the Jello from the glass bowl. And to do that, I'm just gonna fill my sink with some warm water and set it in just up to the top. We don't want water going in over the bowl, and that will loosen the Jello from the bowl. The bowl has sat in the warm water up to the edge of the bowl for about 2 to 3 minutes, and you can kind of tell it's loose just by looking around the edges, and it kind of moves a little bit more. So this is the scary part. When you pray it all works, I just got a plate here, and we pray it works. And we're just gonna flip it over. Woo, it worked! All right, and there is our stapler in Jello. That looks so good, and that is such a great prank. I love how this turned out. It's a little messy, but it is a lot of fun. Let me know in the comments who you are going to do this prank to. And also note that you can do this with any color of Jello, and you can also suspend any type of item. I have also done this with a mouse, and it's a ton of fun. Bye everyone, and happy crafting.